which are very big, impacting your phone, your computer. We'll cover it all, and you can actually see this. So this show is heard live on WPSL 1590 AM on Florida's Treasure Coast, but also is aired on our YouTube channel and our Facebook page. You can get the links to both our YouTube channel and our Facebook page on our website, fasterpc.com, or you can search for us there. But listen, we are here, we're ready to answer your questions, ready to show you how to resolve computer problems. Some of the questions we answer will actually be able to show you the steps that you go through to resolve computer problems. As we're discussing how to watch the Final Four, you'll actually be able to see that on your screen. So head over there, fasterpc.com, click on the links to watch a Faster PC live technical support on YouTube or Facebook. Computer problems?
You need a Faster PC.
And what happens when a radio station has computer problems? Sometimes that happens. Sometimes, we're linking up. There's a lot of technology involved in this show. But, we're here, we're going, and sometimes you have to jump through a little bit more hoops. But we're here and we're going. Everything is working. So what actually happened this morning in the WPSL studio? So the computer typically, I send audio files for the lead in, the lead out, various segments of the show, plus our church show tomorrow. I send those over to WPSL on Saturday morning, and typically the system is ready and everything works. But what happens when it doesn't work? Well, one of the things that happens sometimes is, you have a little glitches. So Microsoft has Windows updates, and Windows updates need to be installed on a regular basis. We've covered the importance of installing these Windows updates. Really, the updates that are being installed should have actually been installed a few weeks ago, but for whatever reason, they weren't installed. This morning, the computer that is used in the studio to get those files into the system so that they automatically play actually started updating. And that update was taking a long time, probably because they might have a platter hard drive. We could fix that. We can make it faster. But sometimes updates have problems, and there are problems with updates. So this particular update took a long time. It tried to install, but it actually had a problem where it actually never installed. And it got to a certain point and then said that it was rolling back the install. And it's still rolling back the install. And that was, I think Ray contacted me a little bit before 8 o'clock this morning. So it's been going at this process of trying to update and then trying to roll back the install for over 2 hours now. And so this type of thing can happen sometimes, where you go to install a Windows update and things just don't work right and it doesn't quite finish the update. And so what you have to do at that point is it does have to roll back. Hopefully it rolls back and boots into Windows okay without any problems. If there are problems, sometimes, and we've seen this, we've talked about this on this show. So Ray says he's praying. I'm praying too. You guys in the audience can join us in prayer for that. But just to give you a little bit of a tip on how we did a workaround here, I have the audio that I sent him, obviously. So, and I have typically when I'm streaming over to YouTube and Facebook. We're live there right now on both of those, our YouTube channel, our Facebook page. When we're live over there on Facebook, I'm streaming my mic. That's one audio source. And I'm also streaming what I hear. That's another audio source. So what comes through my headphones is also streamed over to YouTube and Facebook, and that's so that if those pre-recorded segments can actually go over there. Also, in addition to that, if we have a caller, when we have a caller, because I know we do have callers sometimes. So when we have a caller, then what happens is that caller's voice and the question that the caller is asking can go can go to the live streams as well. So what I did today, Ray said, well, hey, you can just play the audio. And I said, well, yeah, that'll work for the stream, but you're not going to hear, that's not going to feed back to the radio station. But what I did, we connected to the radio station through Zoom. It worked actually seamlessly this morning. What I did is I switched my audio source going to the studio to what I hear. When I say seamless, it was not quite seamless because I had configured, just out of habit, configured my media player, or I'm playing it with an audio editing software that I use, and I by default configured that to just use my laptop speakers as the playback sound. So initially what you heard was only the music bed feed, and I was hearing the other, but it wasn't actually feeding through to the station. So I actually had to switch in that program, had to switch it to use my headphones, and then the audio then fed over to the studio. And then right at the end of that, I switched back over to my mic so that those that are listening on the radio could hear my mic. Everyone that's on the stream could already hear it. And there was only race buffered with music, but there was only a few seconds, that would have been dead air otherwise. So it was pretty quick, pretty seamless. Zoom handled that transition very well. And sometimes you have to think, a little bit outside the box and roll with the punches and go with it. But, you have some of these situations sometimes where Windows updates don't work. Why don't they work? Well, it could just be a complication, a driver issue. Sometimes when they don't work and it goes to roll back, if the drive has BitLocker encryption, we've talked about this, you can get a message where there's a BitLocker recovery and is actually asking for your BitLocker key. At that point, you need to know what your BitLocker key is to get back into your computer. So it's pretty important there that you have the BitLocker key, that you know what it is, and that you're able to get in there. Now, what is BitLocker? How would you even know that? Well, it is a little bit tricky to know, but I can tell you that typically if you have if your computer is tied to a Microsoft account, your BitLocker key in most cases is in your Microsoft account. So you can log into your Microsoft account. Of course, you won't be able to do that on your computer because you won't be able to get into your computer. You'll have to use a different computer or a smartphone or a tablet to get in there. You'll be able to actually get in there and actually see what's happening and get to your device and then get to your BitLocker key. If a faster PC has done remote support on your computer, or if we've worked in the shop on your computer in the last year or two, we probably have our remote support software installed on your computer, and that actually captures your BitLocker key. So if you ever get into that situation and we've worked on your computer, well, we're going to have your BitLocker key. If you have that and you don't have to worry about trying to get it, you can just call us up and we can provide remote support. We can provide that key to you, and really we can do that a lot of times within minutes. Get you back up and running, which is really cool, really awesome to be able to do. If you're listening and we haven't provided support for you recently, well, you might want to just give us a call and have us do a support session. We can log into your computer. We can make sure our remote support software is installed there, which will automatically capture that BitLocker key. Then what will happen is you'll be set, and while we're there, we can install basic browser protection, or give you some value to it other than just getting our remote support software, so that you have that BitLocker key. But you know that your system is protected. Now, what has to happen when you have a situation where a Windows update didn't go? Well, you have to try the process again. And, hopefully try it at a time, if it does take a lot of time, try it at a time where the computer's not needed, hopefully. This process can be automated. We do automate Windows updates, and for certain systems, we can actually tell your computer to update at a certain time, of the day, every day, so that it happens at a time where it's not putting you out and it's not happening at a time where you need the computer. You're listening to a Faster PC Radio here, heard every Saturday in the 10 o'clock hour right here on this station and stream live to our Facebook page. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back, ready to answer your computer questions. So you know what? If you have questions, well, we can't answer them unless you ask them. Our number, if you want to have your computer questions answered, is 772-340-5090. 772-340-5090. Also, you can type your questions into the comment section of our live Facebook video that's happening right now over at Facebook. You can go there, search for a Faster PC. We have almost 23,000 likes. Or you just go to our website, afasterpc.com, click on the link to listen to a Faster PC radio. We're here. We're ready to answer your computer questions, and we'll be right back to do that. Computer problems? You need a Faster PC. This is Brian Longworth, host of a Faster PC Radio, where we answer your computer questions for free every Saturday from 10 to 11 a.m. But it gets even better than that.
Now, wait a minute. How could it possibly get any better than that?
Yes, Cliff. A Faster PC has technicians standing by every Saturday ready to work on your computer.
Wait a minute. Technicians standing by on a Saturday?
Well, Cliff, a Faster PC has technicians standing by Monday through Friday for standard and emergency service, both in-shop and on-site. That means you can bring your computer to a Faster PC, or a Faster PC can come to you. And if you need computer service in a hurry, we offer emergency service both in-shop and on-site. We can handle anything from software installs, viruses, spyware, to multi-site VPN networking. Computer problems?
You need a Faster PC.
A Faster PC, conveniently located at 7186 South US 1, Port St. Lucie, and on the web at afasterpc.com. For more information, call 878-5978. 878-5978. Computer problems? You need a Faster PC.
From the founding of our company, a Faster PC has provided our customers with quality service and computer products at competitive prices. We find that in the current economy, this is more important than ever. A Faster PC recently conducted a market survey and found that our prices are the least expensive in the area. Some of our competitors charge twice what we charge. Perhaps that's why more customers are turning to a Faster PC. We're helping our customers save money by repairing their computers rather than replacing them.
Now, wait a minute. You mean a Faster PC saves customers money?
A Faster PC offers the most competitive prices for computer repair in our area.
Wait a minute. Technicians that know what they're doing for less than the competition?
That's right. A Faster PC can handle anything from software installs, virus, spyware, and malware, and those annoying pop-ups, to QuickBooks, Metisoft, and SoftIn support, from wireless networks to hardware networks. Computer problems?
You need a Faster PC.
Conveniently located at 7186 South US 1, Port St. Lucie, and on the web at afasterpc.com. Call 878-5978. Computer problems? You need a Faster PC.
Welcome back to a Faster PC Radio. I know you've been waiting, a whole few minutes for the next segment of today's show. If you've been waiting to give us a call so that you can get your computer question answered, well, now's a great time to give us a call. Give us a call. The number here at the studio is 772-340-1590. 772-340-1590. Of course, if you're a little bit shy, maybe you don't want to call and be on the radio, this is your opportunity, by the way, if you do want to be on the radio. But if you're a little bit shy, maybe you don't want to be on the radio, you don't want people to hear what you say, then you can actually head over to our Facebook video. It's a live Facebook video going on right now. You can head over there. Just go to www.afasterpc.com. Click on the link to listen to a Faster PC Radio. That'll take you to our Facebook page. Or you can go to Facebook, search for a Faster PC. You'll find our page. We have between 22 and 23,000 likes. You'll be able to actually get over there, scroll down on the page a little bit. You'll see the live video, and you can type your question into the comment section. Now, your question doesn't have to be on what we've been talking about. It can be on any topic as long as it's computer related. So head over there and you can be on the show, or just give us a call, 772-340-1590. We did also want to remind you that we have technicians standing by ready to resolve computer problems. Our number in the shop is 772-878-5978, and we are located at 7190 South US 1 in Port St. Lucie. Again, the number is 772-878-5978. Computer problems?
You need a faster PC.
Yes, you do, and we are back ready to answer your computer technical streaming and cybersecurity questions here, streaming this show live to YouTube and Facebook. So one of the things that we did want to go over is how you can watch March Madness without cable TV. So this is pretty big. March Madness is the biggest college basketball time of the year. I mean, this is huge, and it's really exciting because there's a lot of teams that come together, and there's a tournament bracket, and people try to pick the bracket, and they follow it, and all of this, and you're looking for who's going to be in the Final Four, and then of course you get down to the Final Two, and then there's the championship game. This happens on the men's side and the women's side, and it is possible to watch the games for, well, some of them for free. Some of them will require a subscription. We'll talk about how you can watch these. We'll talk about the subscription. By the way, you can watch all of this for free. There's a way that you can watch all of it for free as well, or at least certain segments of it for free, because it does last a little bit longer. So it's a little bit more tricky if you wanted to watch all of it for free. But here's the deal. So on the men's side, what we're looking at, the games will be aired on various broadcasts, not the same channels. So the games will be aired on CBS, TBS, TNT, True TV, ESPN, ESPN2, ESPNU, and ESPN News. So those are the channels for the men's tournament. Now the women's tournament is all going to be on the ESPN network. So if you're interested in watching the women's side, probably not going to be as many people tuning into that this year because Caitlin Clark's not there. And of course, last year there was Caitlin Clark, and then you had some of the other top women that were competing, and it was really a big thing last year. But it's always a big thing whether you're a fan of men's basketball, women's basketball on the college level. This Final Four is really big. So CBS, the good news is CBS is aired over the air for free with a digital antenna. So some of the games will be aired on CBS, and if you get a digital antenna, you can pick up CBS. Now, when I say a digital antenna, it's going to depend on how close you are to the tower as to what antenna that you'll need to actually pick up CBS. If you're fairly close, maybe you live in the same city as the antenna, there's a good chance you could use an indoor antenna. Otherwise, an outdoor antenna is best, especially if you put it on a 20-foot pole. We've had some customers that have been able to watch stations from as far away as 100 miles away. And just think about the various cities that you could catch broadcasts from. Of course, these antennas, they do have a rotor that turns the antenna so that you could actually point it toward, obviously if you're pointed toward Miami, you're not going to get Orlando stations and vice versa, So depending on where you're located, you'll have to turn that antenna near the particular station that you want to get. So that is perfectly free. Another way to get CBS is they do have a streaming service, and that streaming service is Paramount Plus. Paramount Plus, they do have a trial for Paramount Plus, and I believe that the trial is a week trial, so you get 1 week free. They have two different pricing tiers, and these tiers are $7.99 each. Or excuse me, $7.99 is the essentials that has ads, and then they have $12.99 that doesn't have ads, except some live TV does have ads. Probably the Final Four will still have ads. So that's what you're looking at there. Now here's another thing: if you subscribe to Walmart Plus, you get in your subscription, you may not have known this, in your subscription includes a free essential subscription to Paramount Plus. So you're getting a free subscription to Paramount Plus Essentials. Why did they do that? Well, Walmart is competing with Amazon, and they're competing primarily for products. They want you to buy your products at Walmart and have a Walmart Plus subscription instead of an Amazon Prime subscription. So they're trying to get you to buy your goods from Walmart instead of Amazon. Of course, Amazon has Amazon Prime, and they have not only does that include shipping, but it also includes television shows. It includes some live sports events. It includes various content, archived shows, archived television shows, archived movies, some original content as well. And so Walmart, because they're competing with Amazon, and Amazon is giving you that video streaming service available, Walmart has partnered with Paramount to provide Paramount Plus to those who subscribe to the Walmart Plus subscription. So in addition to getting free shipping, you also can watch Paramount Plus. And so that's one way to watch some of the games as well. So additionally, some of the games will be aired on TBS, TNT, and True TV. Now, there is a bundle where you can watch these, and that is HBO Max. So it's a Max streaming plan. They actually don't call it HBO Max. They just call it Max. And it's a streaming plan. And those plans start at $16.99 a month. And it includes all three of those networks. And of course, a lot of archived shows and original shows as well. And then for the ESPN games, the games that are on ESPN, you will need either a cable TV subscription, or you'll need you'll either need a cable TV subscription, or you'll need a subscription to ESPN. They have a streaming package. They're owned by Disney, and you can get a streaming package that just streams ESPN. It's either $11 or $11.99 a month. There's no trial for that. You could also do a trial, open up a trial with a cable TV substitute streaming package, such as Hulu plus Live TV, YouTube TV, Sling, Fubo. So there's DirecTV Now streaming. So there's all of these options that you can actually watch these games as well. Now, if you do have a cable TV subscription, you can watch it, and there is even an NCAA app that you can watch it with, but that does require a cable TV login. So, unfortunately, college basketball and the NCAA does not really have a way that you can subscribe and get all of the games, and they'll have to work on a way that really it's an untapped market. There's a way that they could actually just think of all the parents and grandparents and uncles and aunts and cousins that want to watch someone that they love play basketball, or maybe just their alma mater play basketball. So that's how you would watch the March Madness. And we'll do some follow-ups as it gets closer to the Final Four. We'll do some follow-ups on that. But that's how you would watch that without cable TV. And we are going to the lines right now. We have David on the line. Welcome to A Faster PC live technical support. David, how can we help you today?
Can you hear me?
Okay. Actually, there was a lot of breaking up there. So if you could repeat your question.
This phone always has a problem for 10 seconds. But anyway, the issue that I'm having, or have had lately, relate to something I spoke to you about a couple of months ago.
Okay.
And here's what's happening. It's so annoying hearing.
No. Listen.
my voice.
That's going to happen. Just ignore it and keep talking because we can hear you fine.
Okay, so when I hit the three dots after I do delete browsing data, it says you have 3 compromised passwords.
Okay.
One of which apparently is the IP address of my computer. And when I try to change the password, a message shows up that says unable to access or something like that.
Okay. Yeah. So here's the thing. So first of all, it's probably not. Let me hang on just a minute. I've got to mute a tab here. So I'm going to mute that tab. Okay. Sorry about that. I just had some extra audio coming through to the live stream. I had to shut that down. But one of the things that's most likely, first of all, your browsers have, if you have saved passwords in your browsers, they will check the dark web to alert you if your username and password has been compromised and is on the dark web. Most likely, though, the account or the website that it's referring to is not your computer, but is most likely your router or your modem. So if you at one point logged into your modem or your router and it had the original password, then what's going to happen is you're going to actually need to look at that. You could change that. Basically, first of all, here's the thing. The default username and password of a router or a modem is going to be widely available, not only on the dark web, but on the internet. You don't even have to use the dark web to get that information. So typically, a lot of those modems and routers will prompt you. Some of them will even require you to change that username and password when you log in. So what you'll do, let me switch over to a full screen and I'll show you how you could first of all tell what your routers or modem, depending on what you're actually connecting to. I'm going to launch a command prompt and I'm just going to go to CMD. So this will be the command prompt. So we're gonna launch this, and let's see here. So that what'll happen here? Okay, so we've got the command prompt. What we're gonna do is we're gonna type in ipconfig. So this is going to tell us what are it's going to give you various internet connections or network connections. And you're looking for the one that has actually numbers by it that says it's connected. And that may be a wireless connection or it may be a hardware connection, an Ethernet connection. But what you're going to see is you're going to see an IP address, which is going to be the IP address of your computer. And by the way, that IP address could change. So the IP address of your computer could be different today versus tomorrow. The IP address, though, if this device is your modem or your router, that'll be the gateway. So you see the gateway. In my case, it's 10.10.5.254. So I could actually launch a web browser. I could type that in, and if it's a router or a modem, in my case, it's not a router or a modem. It's a security device that I actually have to go to a portal to log into. But if it were a standard router or a modem, then it would actually go to a certain page, and what would happen is I would be able to type in that username and password and log in. Now there's one other thing that it could be. It could be a printer, and printers sometimes have a username and password. And if it's a printer and it has a dynamic address, meaning that the address changes, the address actually could be the same as your computer, but at the time that you logged in and created that password, it wasn't. It was at a different address. You would have to find out what that address is. You would have to go over there. You would have to log into it and change it. Really, it's probably not as huge of an issue, because someone would have to have access to your computer locally, but still it would be good to actually go and change that to from the default to something different, something that you choose. Make sure that you record that so that you know what password it is to get in there later. You're listening to a Faster PC radio heard on this station every Saturday in the 10 o'clock hour. We're going to take a quick break, but we'll be right back for the final segment of today's show. Listen, if you want to get your computer questions answered and you haven't called in, now's your opportunity. In fact, this is your last opportunity coming up. 772-340-1590. 772-340-1590. You can also head over to our Facebook page, and you can actually, from the Facebook page, you can type your computer questions into the comment section of the live video, and we'll cover them on today's show. But you know what? You've got to get over there right now, or give us a call, 772-340-1590, so we can answer your computer questions. Computer problems? You need a Faster PC. From the founding of our company, a Faster PC has provided our customers with quality service and computer products at competitive prices. We find that in the current economy, this is more important than ever. A Faster PC recently conducted a market survey and found that our prices are the least expensive in the area. Some of our competitors charge twice what we charge. Perhaps that's why more customers are turning to a Faster PC. We're helping our customers save money by repairing their computers rather than replacing them.
Now, wait a minute. You mean a Faster PC saves customers money?
A Faster PC offers the most competitive prices for computer repair in our area.
Wait a minute. Technicians that know what they're doing for less than the competition?
That's right. A Faster PC can handle anything from software installs, virus, spyware, and malware, and those annoying pop-ups, to QuickBooks, Metisoft, and SoftIn support, from wireless networks to hardware networks. Computer problems?
You need a Faster PC.
Conveniently located at 7186 South US 1, Port St. Lucie, and on the web at afasterpc.com. Call 878-5978. Computer problems? You need a Faster PC.
This is Brian Longworth, host of a Faster PC Radio, where we answer your computer questions for free every Saturday from 10 to 11 a.m. But it gets even better than that.
Now, wait a minute. How could it possibly get any better than that?
Yes, Cliff. A Faster PC has technicians standing by every Saturday ready to work on your computer.
Wait a minute. Technicians standing by on a Saturday?
Well, Cliff, a Faster PC has technicians standing by Monday through Friday for standard and emergency service, both in-shop and on-site. That means you can bring your computer to a Faster PC, or a Faster PC can come to you. And if you need computer service in a hurry, we offer emergency service both in-shop and on-site. We can handle anything from software installs, viruses, spyware, to multi-site VPN networking. Computer problems?
You need a Faster PC.
A Faster PC, conveniently located at 7186 South US 1, Port St. Lucie, and on the web at afasterpc.com. For more information, call 878-5978. 878-5978. Computer problems? You need a Faster PC. Welcome back to a Faster PC Radio. This is the last segment of today's show. We'd love to answer your computer questions, but if you don't call, we can't answer. Give us a call. The number to have your computer question answered is 772-340-1590, 772-340-1590, or you can hop on over to our Facebook page, A Faster PC, and actually from there, you can type your question into the comment section. So again, just a few more minutes to answer your questions. We did want to remind you also that not only can you ask your questions at the Facebook page or by calling 772-340-1590, but you can also watch the video as well. So some of the questions that I'm answering, as I answer those questions, I'll be able actually to show you the steps that you go through to resolve computer problems. And if you're not where you can watch it right now, that's fine. You can watch it at your convenience shortly after the show's over. It'll be up there on our Facebook page. You can get there one of two ways. Either go to our website, afasterpc.com. We have a link that says listen to a Faster PC Radio. If you click on that, it'll take you to our Facebook page, or go to Facebook and search for a Faster PC. We also wanted to remind you that in the shop we have technicians standing by today to work on computers and resolve computer problems. We're at 7190 South US 1, and our number in the office is 772-878-5978. And of course, we're here to answer your questions. Well, your computer questions, and we could answer other questions, but we're here specifically to answer computer questions. Computer problems? You need a faster PC.
Yes, you do. And David is still on the line with us. So David has a follow-up to his previous question. So David, did you understand what we went over? Did you have additional questions?
I understood what you said, but I'm thinking about the fact that since I bought this computer, I've used multiple internet services and don't currently use a router. What I have is Xfinity internet service, for which they provided a box, and I've only had that for about a year.
So is
that going to make it complicated trying to call out?
So the Xfinity box is a modem and a router built into one, and what's going to happen is let me switch back over to a full screen. I'll try to verbally describe this for those that are just listening on the radio. But what you'll do in the address bar of your browser with the Xfinity, when you go to the command prompt and you type in ipconfig, your gateway most likely, unless you've changed it from the default, is going to be 10.0.0.1. Now, when I click on that and try to go somewhere, it's not going to go anywhere because I don't have a 10.0.0.1 at my network. But at your house, as long as that is your gateway, that will be what pops up. Now, the default password for that is, the default username is either admin or cus admin, CUS, short for customer, admin, short for administration. The default password is either high speed or just password. That's all lowercase. So again, in most cases in a residential environment, in most cases, the username is going to be admin. The password is going to be password, just password, PASSWORD. It's real simple. And when you go in there, the Xfinity modem will actually tell you you're using the default password. We recommend that you change it. Typically, you can log in 10 times without changing it, but that 10th time you have to change it. But it still would be better to change it, So it's not something that really people are going to be able to get into remotely. But if someone did have access to your house, to your computer, if you had someone over that you kind of trusted, and you gave them access to your local network, and they were maybe a little bit malicious, they could actually go in there and make some changes. So you do want to protect yourself. You want to keep that or prevent that from happening, and so we would recommend that you do change that, and definitely if you go in there, it's good to change it. So that's one thing that it could be, and so that modem actually, even though I know you're saying it's not a router or you don't have a router, that modem is a router. So it's a modem router combination.
Okay, that's good to know. Yeah.
Yep. So that hopefully that'll help you, and you'll be able to get that going there, and make that change. Now the other notifications, you'll want to definitely change those as well. We do, by the way, have a password management system that we can provide for, and we do provide this for our customers, that helps you in a number of ways. One, remembering your passwords. Most people can't remember their passwords. And so what happens is a lot of people use the same password on multiple sites. A lot of people are using simple passwords. In fact, a lot of people put the information that on the internet, on their Facebook page or something like that, that actually could lead a hacker to figure out what their password is, because sometimes they're using their grandkids' names. They're using maybe the birth year of their grandkids, or they're using their own birth date, or their maybe a city that they were born in, using that for a security question. So people just can't really keep track of all that in their mind, come up with a complex password and hold all that in their mind. People write things down. We see customers that have multiple passwords written down. Maybe it's a password to get into their email address. They'll have one password and it's crossed out, and they'll have another password, it's crossed out, another password is crossed out, and they'll have like 7 or 8 of these passwords all crossed out, and then they'll have one that's not crossed out, which isn't their password either, because at some point they changed their password and they forgot to cross it out and write the new one. Or maybe they ran out of space and they wrote it somewhere else, but forgot that they wrote it somewhere else, and didn't properly record that. Well, with a password manager, you get away from all of that, because you have one password that you have to remember, and that's the password to get into your password manager. And you actually also it's also protected by MFA, which stands for multi-factor authentication. Before you even enter your password, you have to enter an MFA code, which is generated from an authenticator app from your phone, and you can actually log in to that. It's secure. It can create complex passwords for your for the various sites that you have. And there's also an optional add-on feature that actually does search the dark web and does actually protect you. Because here's the thing: if you're saving your usernames and passwords in your browser and you are tricked in, hopefully you won't be tricked into allowing a hacker into your system or a scammer into your system. But if you do allow a hacker or scammer into your system, within seconds they will have all of the usernames and passwords that you have saved and stored in your browser. They'll have access to all of those. And so that's something that really you need to be aware of. You need to safeguard against and protect against. Certainly saving your passwords in your browser can be convenient because they're there. You know what they are. When you change them, it allows you to change them. But again, if you ever let a hacker or scammer into your system, within seconds that password, all those passwords are going to be accessible, and the hackers are going to know them. So what happens at that point is really you need to go to every single site you have and change your passwords, because the hackers will be using them, and eventually, most likely, they'll actually even publish that on the dark web. And you need to change it to something very not very similar, but very different. Almost said very similar because I'm thinking of one particular customer. I'm not going to use his name, and I'm not going to tell you exactly what he used for his password. But I'm going to give you an example. So he used something like kittycat1234 for his password, and it was hacked. And so he wanted to change it to something like kitty1234. And I just said, listen, your account was just hacked with a password that's almost identical to what you just chose. You need to use something different. You can't use something that's so similar. So, you do need to have a unique password. The password manager can actually create within seconds, really just a split second, can create a complex password that's so complex that you can't remember it, but you don't have to remember it. It will remember it for you, and it'll autofill that, help you, it can include uppercase letters, lowercase letters, numbers, special characters. Doesn't have to include your kid's name, your dog's name, your date of birth, any of that information. This is something that it just really can help protect you. And we would encourage you to maybe think about utilizing a password manager instead of saving your passwords in the browser. And this is not just for you, David. It's for all the people that are listening, because whether you're writing it down on a piece of paper, you're keeping a file on your computer that in most cases is not password protected. You could keep a file on your computer that is password protected, but then you're still going to have to come up with a method of coming up with unique passwords, and it's difficult to do that, and it's difficult to keep track of them, and then your password or access to your passwords is dependent on you having access to that file. With the password manager, you can actually go to any computer and log into your password manager account. Now, if it's a system that is something that's actually, maybe the system is if your system is not if it's not your own system that you're using, we would recommend that you actually use an in private window or an incognito window. It's called different things in different browsers, but you can launch that, and that way when you log in, you're not going to have any issues with when you close it out, someone else accessing that computer and being able to access your usernames and passwords. You don't want that to happen. But you also have access to that on your smartphone or your smart tablet. As long as they have access to the internet, you can actually install this app on your phone, or an app for the password manager on your phone or your tablet, and you have access to those there as well. So if you are going to your bank website and you're logging in to make a mobile deposit, for instance, you actually have the access to be able to do that, to get access. And you don't have to use a simple password that's so simple that you can remember it. You can use one that's very complex as really you want to use, and as complex as the bank will allow you to use, and you can actually log in to that site. And you can do that again on your computer. You can do it on your smartphone. You can do it on your tablet. As long as you have access to the internet, you're going to have the ability to do that. So it really is something that we have customers that are using this that just love it. It's made their life so simple, and it's increased the security of their system, and it's constantly monitoring the dark web to see whether your information is on the dark web. If your username and password's on the dark web, you're not going to take it off. It's not going to be something that you're going to be able to go out and say, hey, listen, I want to take this off. They're not going to do that. They're there to make money. They're hackers. They're not honest people. Your information is going to be there. So what do you have to do? You have to go and you have to change that username and password. A lot of sites will actually even require you to change your username and password on a regular basis. And if you're doing that all manually, it's a hassle. But if you're doing it with the password manager, it's not as much of a hassle. It's very simple to do, very easy to do, very, very easy to keep track of. And we can help, you, David, we can help all of our customers with this. Anyone that's listening, we can help you wherever you are. We can help you with password management and helping you increase your security, and also at the same time increasing your functionality, increasing the ease of being able to manage your passwords, not having to remember all of these passwords, and still being able to have a complex password. Now, I want to encourage you guys, those that are listening or those that are watching on the live stream, we are going to have our cybersecurity rundown right after the show ends on WPSL.
We're coming to the end of today's show, but if you've missed any part of this show or just want to listen to it again or watch it again, because you can do that at our Facebook page and YouTube channel. You can not only hear the show, but also see the show. And when we've described and shown you how to resolve computer problems, you can actually see that and watch it over and over again at our Facebook page or our YouTube channel. You can get there by going to our website at fasterpc.com and clicking on the links. We're open today until 2 p.m. Monday through Friday, we're open from 9 to 5, and next Saturday, we'll be open from 9 to 2. We want to invite you to listen to our church radio show tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. here on WPSL. The title to tomorrow's sermon is A Love Worth Waiting For and Remaining Faithful To, Part 8. You can listen to other sermons on our church website, covenanttabernacle.com, or our church Facebook page, Covenant Tabernacle World Outreach Center. You can find a Faster PC's Facebook page and YouTube channel by searching for a Faster PC on Facebook and YouTube, or by going to our website and clicking on the links. While there, you can actually watch the show, not only hear the show, but also watch the show and see the steps that we go through to actually resolve computer problems. A Faster PC is conveniently located at 7190 South US 1 on the east side of US 1, just north of Rio Mar. We're also on the web at www.afasterpc.com. Again, that's afasterpc.com. And you can reach us at 772-878-5978. Again, 772-878-5978. Computer problems?
Don't you know by now you need a faster PC?
Are you depending on luck to get to heaven? Some people are depending on luck or good works. The Bible says that we have all sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. Every one of us needs a Savior. Thankfully, God sent His only Son, Jesus Christ, to die on the cross so that your sins and mine could be forgiven. Repent of your sins and believe on the Lord Jesus Christ to be saved. He is the one and only way to salvation.
WPSL Port St. Lucie. This is
All right, thank you, Ray. Ray did a great job in the studio after the Windows update. After the computer failed to finish the Windows updates and restarted, Ray was able to get the updated close and the updated PSA into the system. So we're really thankful for that. One of the things that we do is we go over, and by the way, during our show, our live show today, we actually had one of our clients had an internet outage. And during one of the breaks, not this last break, but the break before that, I was able actually to take some steps to get them back up and running during this show. So there's been a lot of parts, a lot of moving parts in today's show, but we're very happy that we were able to process that and to serve that customer. I'm going to just double check our current show, see what's happening, see if anyone has any questions over there. We are going to give you a cybersecurity rundown, also going over the biggest and latest threats that are out there. And we do this, this was a planned part of the show, but we did have a caller that called in that had a question that took a little bit longer, took us in a little bit later or a little bit different direction. We also, one of the things we also did talk about was we also talked about actually looking at we also talked about cybersecurity and actually the importance of a password management and not storing your passwords in your browser as well. So we were planning on talking about how cyber awareness training can actually help increase your security. We didn't get to that today, but we will get to that. We'll go over that hopefully next week. But if our callers take us in a different direction, we can always talk about that at a later date. But the latest threats. So every week we go over the latest threats, the biggest threats that we have seen in the wild this past week. Some of these are major, and you'll want to be aware of these and take precaution as well. So one of the things that is happening out there, Mac users are actually being attacked. They're being hacked, and they don't even know that it's happening and that is coming. So Macs do have a reputation of not being hacked, but cyber criminals are proving them wrong, and businesses and individuals that aren't protecting their Macs are actually paying the price. So hackers don't need malware to take over a Mac. They steal login credentials and bypass two-factor authentication and hijack the account even without even touching the device. Executing a high-value targets are now prime victims, or executives and high-value targets are now prime victims. One phishing attack is all it takes to lose thousands of dollars, or worse, hand over complete control of your account. So there are some steps that you can take to protect yourself and to protect your computer from this, and we actually have steps to protect yourself. So if you're interested in that, give us a call, 772-878-5978. Also, on the latest threats, the biggest threats that we're facing, that people and the biggest threats that cyber criminals are using to actually attack their victims. So one of the biggest ones is that Microsoft 365, there's a Microsoft 365 password spraying attack that's bypassing defenses. There's a botnet. What a botnet is a whole bunch of computers that are actually working in concert. So they're computers that have been infected. Sometimes we have customers that tell us, well, hackers aren't going to go after me because there's nothing that I have that's worth stealing. And we've shown many ways that's not true. If they do hack into your account, maybe they get into your email address or your Facebook account, they're going to start actually sending out messages saying that they're from you, and your friends might actually fall for those also, and they might lose some money on that. If they infect your computer, they can use your computer for whatever they want. And in this case, what they do is they have a whole bunch of computers that are being controlled by a central bad actor, and that network of computers is called a botnet or a robot net, network of robots. So there's a botnet comprising over 130,000 compromised devices, is actively conducting password spraying against Microsoft 365 accounts. So attackers utilize non-interactive sign-ins and exploit legacy basic authentication protocols, bypassing multi-factor authentication and evading standard security monitoring. These attacks target various sectors, including financial services, healthcare, government, technology, and education. Organizations are advised to transition to modern authentication methods, enforce MFA, and monitor non-interactive sign-in logs to detect and mitigate such attacks. By the way, a faster PC can help you with all of that if you're not sure how to do that. We even have a security operations team that can actually monitor your accounts to make sure and to alert us if there are any odd behavior in your accounts. So what we're looking at, we talked last week about how the UK was asking Apple to get rid of iCloud encryption. And Apple historically has not caved to governments that want to have access to your data. But in this case, Apple did cave. Apple discontinued its advanced data protection feature for iCloud in the United Kingdom following a government demand for backdoor access to user data. ADP, introduced in December of 2022, provided end-to-end encryption for iCloud data, ensuring only users could decrypt their information. The UK government's secret order under the Investigated Powers Act of 2016 required Apple to create a backdoor, prompting the company to cease offering ADP to new UK users and plan its removal for existing users. Despite this change, Apple maintains end-to-end encryption for services like iCloud Keychain, Health Data, iMessage, and FaceTime in the UK. So if you are in the UK, you want to pay attention to that, or maybe you're visiting the UK. Hey, I wouldn't take my phone over there. I would use another phone temporarily while you're on vacation over there or travel over there. There's a U.S. background check firm that was breached that exposed 3.3 million records. DISA Global Solutions, a Houston-based firm specializing in employee screening and workplace compliance, has experienced a data breach affecting over 3.3 million individuals. The breach, discovered on April 22nd, 2024. By the way, isn't it great we're just now learning about it? Involved unauthorized access to their network between February 9th and April 22nd, 2024, potentially compromising personal information such as names, social security numbers, driver's license numbers, financial account details. While there is currently no evidence of misuse, DISA is notifying affected individuals and offering 12 months of credit monitoring and identity restoration services through Experian. The company has also implemented additional security measures and established a dedicated call center to address concerns related to this incident. Have I Been Pawned adds 280 million emails and passwords to its database. The Have I Been Pawned, or HIBP, has incorporated a substantial database known as Alien TXT Base, compromising 1.5 terabytes of stolen credentials, totaling 23 billion entities. This data, sourced from InfoSeeker malware infections, includes 493 million unique email and website combinations affecting 284 million individual email addresses. Additionally, 244 million previously unknown passwords have been added to HIBP's Pawned Password Database. To assist organizations, HIBP has introduced a new APIs enabling queries of stealer logs by email and domain, facilitating the identification of compromised credentials. There's a Linux malware that leads to a remote code execution attack. So a newly identified Linux malware dubbed Autocolor has been targeting universities and government organizations in North America and Asia between November and December 2024. Autocolor grants attackers full remote access in compromised systems, making removal challenging without specialized tools. The malware employs stealth techniques, such as using innocuous file names, concealing command and control communications, and utilizing proprietary encryption to evade detection. Once executed with root privileges, it installs a malicious library, establishes persistence, and allows operators to execute various commands, including spawning reverse shells and using the machine as a proxy. Hackers have also stole $1.5 billion in worth of cryptocurrency. So hackers have stolen over $1.5 billion worth of cryptocurrency. The Lazarus Group, a North Korean-linked cybercrime organization, executed the largest cryptocurrency heist to date, stealing approximately $1.5 billion worth of Ethereum from the Dubai-based exchange Bybit. The attackers compromised one of Bybit's cold wallets, transferring over 400,000 ETH to an unidentified address. Bybit CEO Ben Zhou assured users that client funds remain secure and that operations continue without disruption. The company is collaborating with blockchain forensic experts to investigate the breach and recover the stolen assets. Anubis ransomware. You want to keep an eye out for this group. It's a new ransomware group named Anubis that has emerged, operating as a ransomware as a service with diverse options for affiliates. In other words, they provide the ransomware, that software that encrypts data on your computer or your computer network, and they actually provide this to other hackers, so other hackers can actually pay them to use their software to encrypt data on your computer. So Anubis offers traditional ransomware targeting multiple systems, a data monetization service for previously stolen information, and a program for access brokers. Notably, the group employs double extortion techniques. That's where not only are you having to pay to get your data back, but also pay to prevent the release of your data that may put yourself or your company or your organization or your clients, your patients at risk. Imagine exposing personal information of all of your customers or your clients. Some organizations have some very personal information. So that's what we mean when we talk about double extortion. Given its sophisticated operations and rapid development since late 2024, Anubis is poised to become a significant threat to organizations in 2025. So that's a lot that we just went over. And you may be saying, well, I don't know how to even begin, how to even understand what you were talking about, much less how to protect myself and my organization. Well, if you're out there, a Faster PC can provide you with protection. We do have various solutions that can increase the protection. We offer this to businesses, to medical offices, dental offices, accountant offices, other professional offices, attorneys' offices. We offer it to nonprofits. We offer this to government agencies, to hospitals, other people in the medical field, other entities in the medical field. We offer this to we have plans for home office users as well as for consumers. So whatever level that you're at, we have plans that can fit your budget and help you and your risk tolerance to help you be more secure and increase your security. And we can actually analyze whether these threats are pertinent to you, whether there's something that you need to be aware of. One thing we talked about is the passwords. Actually, two different places we mentioned passwords being exploited and released out there on the dark web. And so we actually have the ability to, first of all, we actually have the ability to have a complex password management system that actually can create complex passwords for every site, remember those passwords, and allow you to get into those accounts. And so this is something that we can help you with. If you need any help with this, give us a call, 772-878-5978, 772-878-5978. We can schedule a free consult where we can actually go over the various options that we have that we can help protect you from these cybersecurity threats. Not only these cybersecurity threats, but really protect you from what's going to come out next week as well, and the week after that. Stay tuned to a Faster PC live technical support each week so that you can be aware of the latest threats that are out there.